Hello, my name is Don and welcome to episode 9 of Motorsport Manager on my channel with ZRT Autosport. Bringing you back with our new gearbox being built, so we're going to start improving the reliability of that one over that one. It's a decent improvement on our previous one. I'm not sure how much better it will be. We're going to stick it straight on into Sergio's car. He's still -5 content for this season. But it does now give us the 6th best gearbox, which we were 9th I think at the start of the season. So next up I think we're going to do, suspension would be the next logical thing to do. Brakes wise we've gone down a little bit in the pecking order, but I think I'm going to go for an engine. Because we've got much time before the next race, and an engine is a key thing for every race pretty much throughout the season. So if we do this engine, this will be slightly better than our current one, or our current best, which will improve both cars and will bring Maya right back up into contention with Sergio a little bit. Although this is 2 max, so what we're wanting right now is really something like that, because this engine won't be getting used at the end of the season, because hopefully what we'd see is something like this and this next, and then this and this, maybe before the end of the season, I don't know. So we're going to go for this one, because I don't see this one seeing out the season, so we're not going to really be putting performance work onto it as much. Nonetheless, we've still got a long way before the next race, so that will be completed before the next race. Sponsor wise, if I click the right button, we've got one sponsor expiring, and this is not one that pays up front, so we could see, this is one that paid up front, sorry, so we could see an increase to our race income. And just like that, the engine is built. We've got a scouting report to look at as well. Cycling race, Mia's got her markability and her fitness up for a little while because she's taken up cycling, and our reserve driver Mulan has taken up music, so she's got 10 plus on her markability. I'm just going to check this scout report. It's Chico Balcazar. Going to add that to my favourites again. We'll add her to my favourites. Markability worries me a little bit, and again we're going to take this engine off and put this engine on. So that's a nice little upgrade again. There and there. Improvements wise, I guess because improvement doesn't really affect reliability that much. See, 22 days, and if we put it on, it's still 22 days, so we can actually start getting this up as well. And I guess we start working on those brakes as well, because it can go up to 216, which is actually fairly decent. I'm not sure how that would go against in the state of this series. So what we're going to build now, I think, let's have a look at our improved parts actually. 171, 155, 177 and 178. So I guess it's another gearbox, to be honest with you. Although, yeah, we're going to go for another gearbox. It's crucial on so many races, so going to go for that one and this one I think, and it will be 9 days after the next race. This will go up to 193. What's the other one going up to? 195. Okay. No, that's suspension. Gearbox. So how have we managed to get that other one up to 193 then? I'm looking at suspension, that's like 168. It would help if I looked at gearbox and not suspension, guys, wouldn't it? So this will be ready 9 days after the next race. But again, it's a fairly meaty upgrade for us, and I think it could actually be the last gearbox we buy before the risk one, because there's just nothing else really to improve the acceleration. There is that one during the race, of course, but yeah, because that's minus red zone and that's minus reliability, so there's no real point to doing any more suspensions apart from the risk one. And how much difference is that going to make? 203. So yeah, that's sort of, this is the last gearbox we're building before sort of prep for next season, which is a shame, but again we're sort of being restricted on what we can do by what's given to us. So just before we go to Munich, it is our reserve driver's birthday. I shouldn't have brought you back for this and just gave her the card because it's our reserve driver. I thought it was Mia for some reason, so we're just going to skip to the race now. And we're going to go for 9 for above again. Valdez obviously starting quite far back because he's finished second. Mia will start closer to the front. Upgrade wise, we have the new engine and a new gearbox for this race. Reliability on that gearbox starting to come along quite nicely, which means that there's been a decent upgrade to Mia's car as well, because she's got the old engine and the old gearbox, which are both plus 40-ish, 40 give or take on what our old one was, and better reliability as well. Worries that I have is these brakes have very weak reliability, and the suspensions have weak reliability. I'm not sure if that's crucial for this race in Munich. Suspension is, so I expect to be fixing the suspension a fair amount. And sadly gearbox is also crucial here, which we have struggled to develop at any stage this season or last season. I don't know, I think we've got a guy that's actually okay, the designer that's actually fairly decent overall on pretty much most things, but there's just nothing that's really spectacular coming up that can take us and push us on. So we have just finished practice. Okay practice session, nothing spectacular, 5% on both unfortunately. Tried to focus getting the setup, I'm not even sure if I got that. Yeah, I guess we did. I think on the other car we're at that, so I assume that's just the change that needs to be done there, and up just a touch, and bring that back one maybe. There we go. That'll do. Focused on the medium tyre because we can get 14 laps out of that, and well, it was 15 laps on Sergio's car. So I think we're going to have to 2-stop anyway, so we'll just go 10 and 10 for Mia, and we'll 1-stop with Sergio. He's obviously at the back of the grid anyway, so a 1-stop will benefit him a bit more. So we can go now and still neutral on both and attacking on the fuel burn. Mia's going to start fairly high up in the grid while Sergio starts 19th, so hopefully Sergio can make his way through fairly quickly. As you can see, Mia starting in, it'll be 7th then. Thought it'd be 6th, but it's 7th indeed. And then Sergio all the way at the back, just behind, well, just in front of Karim Saha, I'm guessing, in the Eastwood car. So I think we're going to focus on Valdez for now, just to see how he comes through the pack. He is obviously on a 1-stop strategy though, so hoping to go a bit longer than those cars in front. Just about kept Saha behind, but in fact he's actually done a fairly good job against Saha right now, but he had to brake there because the car in front slowed him down, and sadly that cost him the place. So a lot of time being lost by Sergio from the car in front. We'll switch to Mia, she's dropped down to 10th, sadly. But again, she's had some upgrades, so let's see how good we can do. Valdez in another fight here. I've lost my mouse cursor, there it is. This time with El Sadat. We are slowly improving this car, of course, so hopefully we can see some improvement. Goes past Cavalcanti. Oh no, Mia's crashed. And I suspect she's got a drive through coming and going by that. So we're going to switch Mia to the softs, and we're just going to try and get 15 laps out of her basically. Well, 14 I should say. And we'll reassess our strategy at lap 17. Yeah, it looks like it'll probably be medium now for her though. And we need to take them off overtake mode, otherwise they will run out of petrol. So Mia sadly down in last now because she's had an accident at that last corner, and Gerard has obviously pitted. But again, that's the thing, I mentioned it last season, if that incident happens at the last corner, it doesn't tell you quick enough, In fact, it didn't tell me at all there. I just had a cryptic message saying give my apologies to someone. What am I meant to do with that? By the time I'm on the other driver, by the time you have any information of it, she's halfway down the next lap, dropping down places like flies. Valdez struggling in his charge through the field, so maybe this longer stint isn't working. He is up to 17th though, and fighting up to 15th. Lovely double overtake on the two green cars of Cavalcanti and Mello. Not sure what team that is. I need to go and work it all out, and for the next episode I will have a list of all the drivers, what teams are from, and hopefully what colours they're from. But he's now chasing Liao in the Dragon, and I know that's a Dragon for certain because it's red and black, and I think it's the only red and black team in this thing. But he's lost a place in this fight, but he's continuing to battle Mello and doing a good job of it. I think the only reason why Mello caught back up really was because he was fighting Liao. Mia setting in some good lap times, but 20 seconds behind the field. Valdez getting through the field though, slowly but surely. Nowhere near as fast as the two Eastwoods, who are 3rd and 4th already. I went and checked, and they've got the best part in everything apart from engine, which are 6. So it just goes to show how good their development was last season. And Valdez now struggling to get past Evans, and it's going to cost him a place against Dreyfus, which is uber frustrating because he really should be able to make light work of that Predator. He's in a much better car now compared to the Predator, which is on a much lower budget and a much worse driver and a much worse car on a much lower budget basically. And it's just holding him up so much. He does eventually clear it, but frustrating to see. And Mia's actually losing time now at the back, lapping slower than Santa Ana, who's on the same tyre with similar tyre wear, which is a bit disappointing to say the least, given the fact that they both got a lot of free air. I'd expect Mia to be homing in on that Predator like there's no tomorrow. Evans, who's just held us up for God knows how long, is now in the pits, and Valdez still going strong. His tyres are looking okay-ish. Hope he can make lap 15. If not, he has to do a 15 lap stint next time, but as long as he can make 14, that is. If not, we'll have to switch the strategy. Mia's just locked up, which is frustrating, but again, there's no point in looking at Mia. She's just so far behind, lapping so slow right now. It's not very fun to look at, to be honest. And Valdez again struggling to get past Dreyfus. He's losing time again because of it. And the guys that we need to be competing with have managed to clear all this traffic and are just going away. Well, the Eastwood cars, I should say, are just away. That is Sa and John Sadir, who's pitted and basically has a pit stop on us. Tempted to go and overtake Moulton for a lap, but I'm also a bit concerned about my fuel consumption right now. But whatever, we need to make this overtake work. We can conserve afterwards if need be, because we cannot be stuck behind Dreyfus for any longer. Being stuck behind that Predator meant Dreyfus got back past us. And it's cost us so much, and Dreyfus's tyres are going as well, so it's really frustrating to see. So is ours, to be fair. Right, we're just going to pit you actually, Valdez. We're going to switch your strategy to a bit more aggressive with the softs. We're going to go for a 9 lap stint, which would take us to 22, and then an 8 lap stint. No, sorry, we'll go for 2 8 lap stints actually. So I think that's about right. No, we need a 9 and an 8, so we'll go for the 9 this time. Fix that suspension, we'll fix those brakes. In you come, my man. Still losing time for reliability, of course. We've got upgrades coming and we're only able to do 2 parts at a time, so it's a bit frustrating that we're still stuck behind the car there, but the undercut will work here and we will be on the faster tyre. And Mia's still miles behind. I was hoping for some fresh air in front, to be honest, but the longer pit stops meant we're behind Liao again. So we're going to go into overtake mode and try and get past these two cars. They're both on mediums. Sabado and Liao, so we need to really be ahead of them. Oh, come on, Valdez, man. You're not that bad at overtaking. Uber frustrating. We tried to get them clean air and it's not worked. We had to make repairs, it's cost us. Just losing so much time lapping behind these guys as well. Gonna have to just keep them in overtake mode until we can get through them, really. And then conserve fuel afterwards for a couple of laps. Make up for the fuel. Oh, come on, mate. You're better than this. And so that's got Liao's got the inside line. So that he's got the move done. The move's done. Medium, low. Right, on you go. Just charge now. But we're now conserving when we should be pushing to get that free space. So 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. 7 laps. We've got the exact amount of fuel we need. So we've burnt all our pushing fuel. And we've still got Santa Ana to pass on very warm softs. Don't worry about it. Actually, you need to pit anyway. So we're going to pit you onto mediums and we're going to fuel you to the end. Park condition. Yeah, we need to fix that. So it's a slightly quicker pit stop with the engine, with the new engine, because it's more reliable than the old one. Oh, come on, now we're getting held up behind a Predator again, Valdez. You are much better than this. There we go, free air, we can run. Go, 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 go. Mistaking a refueling on Mia Latinen's pit stop is not ideal either. Particularly when it's such a long pit stop. Only 66 seconds in the pit lane. That issue with the stop that Valdez has had and then getting stuck behind traffic, it's cost him so much chance of a decent result today. It's disappointing, but it's obviously nothing we can really control. Sad as it is, we are back into 8th with teams above us having to pit, but we have to pit again as well. So we're hoping the overcut works for us. But really we should be up by Chu, and instead we're down by Mello, and that's disappointing. We couldn't make the first stint work either. Although on the positives, he's got plenty of tyres now, and I think he might have excess fuel for this stint. I'll work it out. So he's going to have 2.45 at the end of this lap with 2 to do, so maybe a little bit excess. We'll push for the last 2 laps, but he has managed to clear Mello quite quickly, but Mello's tyres have gone off the cliff. So he's got 2 laps left of this stint. Mia's hopefully going to the end, but her race is over, unfortunately. So push Valdez. In fact, it's actually that over. Valdez is coming through to lap her. It's not been a good day at the office for Mia Latinen. Mori has retired though from ahead of us, so she won't finish last. But she is still well behind Evans, which is a very disappointing thing to say. Valdez back up into 4th right before he comes in for his pits, but his tyres are going to go off, which is frustrating. I've misjudged that ever so slightly. We can just fuel him up to the end plus a lap. Parts fix, he's going to need quite a lot done. I think we can nurse the engine just about. I'm not going to risk it actually. Water on track, is there any coming? No. It's a shame, but we can go pushing at the end. His tyres are about to drop off a cliff, which is a shame. Although Elsadat right behind us is going to be in a similar boat if he doesn't come in this lap, and he doesn't, so good pit stop please, good pit stop. Losing so much time for these repairs. Uber frustrating, but I guess it happened. 59 seconds stopped, and he's gone from 4th to 17th as a result of that. But he can't push this whole stint because those tyres should be able to do that. We will monitor it obviously, but again, being stuck behind traffic also cost them. So we need other cars to have problems, and we need to get this reliability issue sorted out and fast. So he's coming up to lap a retired car, which is frustrating to see them running round, and we can't even get past it. It's holding us up. Come on. A car that's retired is running around holding us up. Not even blue flags or anything. We're back into 14th though, but we're against cars that have faster, fresher tyres behind us. I assume they've just came in for repairs because Elsadat pitted a lap after us, and he's just repitted again. So showing that making all your repairs and your scheduled stop does make a difference. Fortunately, it's going to make no difference for this race. We're too far behind. We've lost time behind traffic, we've lost time in making repairs, we've lost time behind retired cars. All frustrating stuff that we really need to be avoiding if we were to progress this team. And it's a disappointing result. Mia obviously lost out quite a lot because of her incident, but she really should have been lapping faster than those Predators as well. She hasn't been able to get this off the medium tyres to work. Ignore. Your front wing's fine, buddy. I'll get to the end. You've got 2 laps. Well, you've got 1 lap to go because you're lapped after this. So looks like Saha is the guy to beat this year. Looks like the best driver in the best car. And it looks like he's been able to cut through the field with a relative amount of ease as well. Whereas Valdez went through and kept getting stuck in traffic. Any more overtakes you can make, just good for your championship now, mate. Going to make 2 on the last few corners. Too far behind allowing to even get there despite their problems. So 12th will do, and Mia eventually cleared a Predator. But finished 15 seconds behind another Predator. It's just unacceptable race from her, to be honest. I know the front wing issue is frustrating, but it's still unacceptable. Saha wins again. Valdez really should have been higher up as well, but that pit stop was an absolute killer. Wanted to one stop with him as well, but it clearly wasn't going to work because he just had nothing of the tyre wear. So yeah, he had a 1 minute pit stop. So with that 1 minute pit stop, you're looking at him coming about 5th or something. It's just insane the difference that reliability makes. But he starts further up the grid next time. Got 38 points so far for this season. We're sitting in 7th in the constructors. So that's another positive. And is that the smoothness going up on Mia's car? No, it's not. How's your morale going up? You just had a howler, and it was your fault. Marketability, no change. Expected result 9th came 9th, so no change to the chairman's happiness. Missed out on our bonus, so only 800,000. Gonna wrap it up here, guys, for this episode. Thank you very much for watching. A like and subscribe is always appreciated, and I hope to catch you all next time.